South Africa is often called the Rainbow Nation, a country of incredible diversity, culture, and opportunity. Yet, beneath this rich tapestry lies a deep and persistent problem. Xenophobia, attacks against foreign nationals, primarily from other African countries, have repeatedly erupted, leaving destruction, fear, and heartbreak in their wake. But to truly address xenophobia, we must look beyond the headlines and confront the root causes. Xenophobia is more than random violence. It is fear of competition for jobs, fear of scarce resources, fear of outsiders taking what belongs to others. It is also fueled by misinformation, political scapegoating, and historical inequality. South Africa's apartheid past left deep economic and social scars. Poverty, unemployment, and systemic inequality create fertile ground for anger. In these conditions, migrants are often wrongly blamed for problems that have much deeper structural causes. The consequences are devastating. Families lose their homes, businesses are destroyed, and communities live in constant fear. Children grow up traumatized. Neighboring African countries see their citizens being targeted, which strains regional relations and undermines Pan-African unity. Xenophobia is not only a humanitarian crisis, it is a moral and political failure. So what can be done? First, education is key. Awareness campaigns about the contributions of foreign nationals in South Africa can help change perceptions. Migrants run businesses, create jobs, provide skills, and contribute to the economy. Sharing these stories humanizes them and challenges the false narratives that fuel xenophobia. Second, governments must address the root causes of inequality. High unemployment, poor housing, and limited access to services affect both South Africans and immigrants alike. By tackling these issues together, the state can reduce competition and build solidarity. Social programs, skills training, and economic opportunities must target marginalized communities, both local and foreign. Third, the legal system must enforce justice. Perpetrators of xenophobic violence cannot be allowed to act with impunity. Law enforcement must protect all residents, and the judiciary must hold attackers accountable. When justice is blind and firm, society begins to see that violence is neither acceptable nor excusable. Fourth, community engagement is vital. Local leaders, religious organizations, and civil society groups must work together to foster dialogue between communities. Joint projects, cultural exchanges, and community forums can help break down fear and prejudice. When people meet and collaborate, they realize how much they share in common. Fifth, the media has a responsibility. Sensationalist reporting often amplifies fear and hatred. Media outlets must highlight positive stories of integration, cooperation, and success among migrants, showing that society thrives when diversity is embraced. And finally, we must embrace a Pan-African mindset. Xenophobia is not only a South African problem, it is a challenge for the entire continent. Africans must see each other as brothers and sisters, not as competitors or threats. Regional bodies like the African Union, SADC, and ECOWAS can support cross-border cooperation, migration management, and conflict resolution to prevent xenophobic incidents. But beyond policy and programs, we must address the human heart. Xenophobia is a reflection of ignorance, fear, and resentment. Changing attitudes requires empathy. We must teach future generations that African unity is not just an ideal, it is a necessity. The dreams of a united continent cannot survive if we turn on each other. South Africa has a long road ahead. Ending xenophobia requires courage from leaders, cooperation from communities, accountability in government, and compassion from every citizen. Every person has a role to play. Speak out against hate, support victims, and educate others. Small actions, helping a migrant neighbor, highlighting a success story. Participating in community programs can create ripple effects of change. Imagine a South Africa where foreign and local citizens work side by side, building businesses, schools, and communities. Imagine a continent where borders are bridges rather than walls. This is not utopia. Is possible if we commit to justice, empathy, and Pan-African solidarity. Xenophobia is a stain on Africa's dream of unity and prosperity. But like all social ills, it can be eradicated through education, reform, accountability, and compassion. The question is, will we choose to rise above fear and division, or will we let ignorance dictate our future? If you believe in African unity and ending xenophobia, take action. Share this video to raise awareness. Join local initiatives that promote social cohesion. And educate others about the value of diversity. Like, comment, and subscribe to support content that uplifts Africa and builds solidarity across our continent. Because Africa cannot rise if we are divided. And the first step toward unity is seeing each other as family, not as threats.